Niggas taking new steps in life.
So I don't hear the theme song playing.
And welcome back, episode 2 of Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. I have my brethren in the building here to talk basketball. We got Malcolm Two Left Feet King in the building. What's good, G?
What's up, Cliff? How you feeling?
I'm all right. Then we got Aaron, my G, my PIC. How you feeling?
Solid as a rock.
Solid as a rock. I heard that. Everybody should know me by now. I'm that fool ass Clifford Jordan Jennings, and we're here to talk basketball, ladies and gentlemen. We got some news in the NBA. I don't know if you heard, but Derrick Rose is back on the New York Knicks as of February the 8th. Unfortunately, they suffered a 98-96 loss to the Miami Heat. And everybody...
Is that your team or something?
No, that's not my team.
Oh, okay. You said like it was your team. Like,
I Cliff's broadcast.
I'm just saying that's unfortunate for my G Derrick. You know what I mean?
This is Stephen A. Cliff.
I get it.
This is Stephen A. Cliff.
It's Cliff 2.0.
You know, that's unfortunate for Derrick though. The real question. I mean,
you think it's unfortunate? You think it's unfortunate?
No. I don't think the move is unfortunate. I think the loss was unfortunate.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean, by far. But I mean, that's the question of the evening is Derrick Rose in a better position? Is the Knicks in a better position? How do you feel about that?
New York is a better place than Detroit.
It is. And he's with his old coach, Tom Thibodeau, right? That's chemistry. When you got chemistry, that's helpful. When you got somebody that knows you and you know them. And let's be honest, New York, at least the first couple of games of the season, they were on the rise. Like they was putting up some points. If they can get the squad together, Tom Thibodeau can whip them in shape with that veteran leadership with Derrick Rose.
They definitely started out strong.
Right. I'm not saying they'll be contenders for a while, but I think Derrick Rose can get them in a better direction, give him knowledge, former MVP. One hit wonder before the injuries, before the knees gave out, ACL gave out.
I mean, it is good to see him come back, healthy. He definitely doesn't have the same style as he used to have, of course. But that leads me to another question is how long do you think that he can maintain, I guess, semi-starting position?
Derrick Rose is what, 31, 32? 32? Man. He's playing like Vince Carter out there, man. Like he's out there, you know what I'm saying? Like I know he has time left. It's about how much he wants to do, but
I guess the question is time at that level. You know what I mean? Like right now he's right above 6-man status. You know what I mean? Like he has a starting position, but it's a limited starting position. Like it's almost shared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When coach says you ain't starting today, you're like, all
right. right. And I'm sure he's not fighting back, but I mean, other than that, shit, I seen Olynyk do his thing out there. He hit a few threes from distance, but that's to be expected of him. He just looks very natural for a big man shooting from out that.
Kelly Olynyk?
You gotta give him his speed.
He can stretch the floor.
I'll definitely say that.
yeah.
What you got to say?
No, I mean, like, for far as what you said, y'all are right. So I have no argument. He does stretch the floor. He can't shoot. He's just, I don't know.
Defense.
He's a very soft four. He's very soft. He's butter soft.
I can see that.
Biscuit soft.
I can see that.
So like put him in the game to shoot a three and take him out on defense. Like it's 2 minutes left. Shoot the three, makes a three to go back on defense. To call timeout to take his ass out.
So just 1 3 at a time. He's in the game.
Hey, we need defense out there right now. You're not going to provide that for us.
I mean, he did his thing that game. Good for Kelly. But let's move on. We got the Pelicans. The Pelicans who destroyed Houston in the 30-101 victory. Did you catch that? Did you see anything about that?
I didn't watch the highlights, but I'm not surprised. Right. Our team is scrambled. At least the Pelicans have somewhat of a structure. Now, they know what's going on.
My thing is Ingram didn't play like that in the Lakers, and I gave that prediction that he would start coming into himself now that he had.
He had a heart problem, Pimp. He had a heart problem.
Listen,
I don't know. Saw that. He came back and started busting Jay.
He did. He wasn't healthy.
Is that right?
He wasn't healthy. Yeah, he wasn't healthy.
He almost never played again.
And matter of fact, I think he almost went blind too. He had something wrong with one of his eyes. He couldn't see.
Damn, Brandon. Well, I'm glad to hear you turned it around. But shit, how long was he in the league for? Wasn't he in the league 4 or 5 years?
He's been in the league about at least 4 years.
Right. At least 4. So what? He had palpitations the whole career, or because they were talking about that long before him not panning out to be the player.
So this is Brandon Ingram's 5th season. He was drafted round 1, pick 2 in 2016. Now, rookie year, right? Most rookies, they're not going to play the greatest.
Of course.
And after that, he was pretty much, just trying to find his rhythm, trying to find his game in the NBA.
Right.
And I think now that he went to a young team where he could be one of the stars, if not the star, well, besides Zion, obviously, he's came out of his shell. That's how I'm looking at it.
He's the star.
Yeah, for real. He's nice now. He wasn't doing none of that, like you said, in LA. But getting by the cut, he was different coaches then.
Right.
Different talent.
And you need him to do that. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, JJ Redick is probably bringing a lot out of them young boys over there.
Right.
But that was my whole thing is what you got to say.
No, I agree with you, man. OG JJ, man.
I feel like that's the truth.
I've seen him hollering at people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So JJ gonna get them together. That's the veteran leadership that they have on the Pelicans, and it's well needed because the entire team is young.
Right.
But he even did his thing in that. He had 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 69.2% from the field. Now, those numbers, if he can keep them up, he's definitely on the next level in his career moving forward.
That nigga's 7 foot. He's 7 foot with a J. He's
6'8". Ingram? He's 6'8".
Yeah.
They take them heights and them niggas is 18, 17 years old.
Now, yeah, you are right about that. He could,
because Kevin Durant is 6'9" on paper.
Right.
Don't lie to me.
7 foot. You right. You are right. You right about that. I will give you that.
Y'all seen LeBron James in real life before? Have y'all seen that?
I bet he's huge though.
No,
LeBron James, I know he ain't 7 foot, but that nigga gotta be 6'10" or some shit.
Right.
That's some bullshit. I seen this nigga.
With shoes on, Aaron, he probably is. You know what I'm saying? With these cats with shoes on,
sneakers, them thick ass LeBrons if you wear them.
Right.
Listen, but I have a great question for you. They made up for it, but February 9th lost to the Pistons by the Nets, 111-122, and it brought up a big question that I have in the Nets, and that is, can they remain healthy enough to actually make it anywhere, even beyond this season? Do they have what it takes in the resilience category to make it to the postseason and beyond? Because it seems to me like one of the two are always injured. You can't see, it's almost to the point like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are the same person. One's just wearing stilts. You feel me? Because they're never on the court at the same time. You never see those two men at the same time via injury.
Yeah, man, Kevin Durant. I'll give Kevin Durant the pass on that. Kevin Durant suffered a devastating injury after having a devastating injury.
Correct.
Kyrie's never had a devastating injury. And, when KD came back, to his credit, he's played a lot. He's missed some games. I know they got the little COVID regulations and shit. But as far as Harden's got there. But out of the two, the person who's had the most devastating injuries has played the most. And then Kyrie had his personal problems.
Right.
That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in niggas' personal business. But at the same time, how many times you got to do that this year? Is this a reoccurring problem?
Listen,
did you solve it?
That all has to be taken into account. We're not just talking about physical injury here, because now that we're in the era of mental health, you can have a mental health injury and need to take some time off. I completely understand that. I don't know how much time that accounts for, but the bottom line is, was that a good pick when you put two people together to attempt to lead you to, essentially a national championship, a victory?
Harden, adding the Harden piece made it made what was a good thing. It was good before Harden got there. They had a good defense. You had a great second team. You had a young core that was willing to listen. They're still missing Spencer Dinwiddie. Yeah, but still, like, the team they had before was great. And then you spent, like, what was it, 3-4 people? Was it like 4 people?
Now here's the thing, though.
Couple of them.
For James Harden, who doesn't play defense at all.
That's another thing.
You traded 2 or 3 defensive players,
right,
for a nigga that plays no defense.
That's my next question.
What's that?
Well, kind of transition with that, y'all, is Aaron and Cliff, the Nets didn't have defense at all so far this year. I don't know if y'all seen the stat. They said it was one game, or after a couple of games, they said averaging right now the Nets have the best high-scoring offense ever. There's at one point. And they said, but they also have the worst defense ever at the same token. The Nets haven't been able to figure out defense even before Harden came. So probably what you're going to say, Cliff, yeah, I agree. Getting Harden who don't play defense just makes it worse. Well, see, you need defense.
My whole thing is, beyond even defense itself, is like you have no depth. You just traded away a lot of your bench. Like, now, on what you said,
Karras was nice, man. Karras was nice, man.
He was.
Karras was nice. Torian Prince, I liked him.
Yeah, he's an energy guy.
You gave away who we got? Jared Allen.
Jared Allen, Afro man.
And now you're looking for a center. Now
they have DeAndre Jordan still.
Now DeAndre Jordan playing like he getting a paycheck.
Listen.
He playing like my paycheck in the locker.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right.
Listen.
You want to get in the game, DJ?
Right.
Listen, speaking of, because that second game, though, the second game that they played against the Pacers, DeAndre Jordan proved to me that he is and has been the biggest lob threat at center in the NBA over the past 10 years. Easy. Because I'm even in Lob City, when he was in LA with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, he was doing the bulk of catching them.
He was.
He's an easy target.
Right.
He's a 7-foot guy that got like what, probably like a 30, 35-inch vertical.
Listen, man, because that's all he was doing against the Pacers, was catching them. And I will say that they did give a little bit of defense in that game. And that was a point of emphasis. James Harden even said it after the game, that if they could focus on lockdown defense, then, well, yeah, we know that. But my question previously was, in a 72-game season, because they cut it down this year, are y'all going to be able to be healthy enough, even if you figure it out on defense and with no depth on the bench? Are you going to be healthy enough and be able to carry that workload enough to maintain defense all the way to a championship? I just don't think I see it.
So you're talking about a full-fledged beat the Lakers with this team championship. I don't think that's happening.
Even next year. That's what I'm saying. Even next
year.
Next
year.
I'm thinking in general, like, I don't think it's good. Like, let's be honest. This may be, you may have put 3 of the best scorers in NBA history on one team.
Yeah.
And
shot creators,
right,
definitely.
Right. And when you hear that, like, when we speak of this to a younger generation and they think to themselves, well, why the fuck didn't they get a ring?
There's some teams from our generations where you're like, damn.
Well, but never have we. Can you arguably say 3 of the best scorers in history on one team?
No, you're right.
Well, let's look at. Okay.
Oh, you can do Golden State. Yeah, Golden State is definitely, because Klay Thompson and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant are 3 of the best shooters.
I would say at one time you had 2 with Steph, maybe 2 with Steph and Kevin, but I don't feel like Klay is one of the best scorers in history.
Don't do this, man. Don't do this, man.
I don't. Hold on.
Clay
no,
is
he's
man.
nice. He's definitely nice. But what I'm saying is Clay isn't consistent. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he's not consistently going to go off and give you 25 to 30. Now, he'll play his role, and he'll get 18 to 23. He may go off 3 times a season and get 50. Mm-hmm. But he's not the scorer, like, you know what I mean? Like, any one of them can drop 50 if they wanted to at any given time.
Probably not, but he's at 50 where like you think he's at 50 where you got like you think you got past the ball to Steph. You said looking Clay.
Oh no, I'm here, right? Yeah.
Like, you keep making threes. I'm gonna make 10 of these bitches in a row.
Right.
Just
you right.
Point. Listen, he'll do that. Might get it. Some nights he'll come out and lay an egg and fucking score like 10 points,
if
have
he
like 4
went
turnovers.
Somewhere else where he had to be relied upon, he could have gone down or could go down as the top scorer, but not right now.
It's no different than the whole Jordan and Pippen situation. It's like Curry is the Golden State Jordan, and Clay is Batman Robin.
You right,
basically, right? But to be honest, I think both of them could be Batman. But to your point, the role that they're in is more looked at as we all play Steph as Batman. And we play Clay as Robin, but Clay can get his, to Aaron's point. Clay can get his. Clay can definitely get his. And he has. And honestly, Clay has averaged, since he's been in the league, he's averaged 19.5 points a game since he's been in the league since 2011. At least 19.5 he's averaging.
It'll probably up if he played like the last 2 seasons.
Right. So to Aaron's point, he didn't even get a chance to even, because I know it'd be higher. You know it'd be higher. It'd probably be about 25 on average right now if he played the last 2 seasons.
So if Steph and Clay is like jostling for Batman and Robin,
listen,
what the fuck is Draymond Green? Is that nigga?
I apologize. I gotta cut the momentum. Mike in his live chat trolling. He started out with great radio. You're live, fool. Everybody looks 7 foot to Cliff, and then he put everybody over 6'4" anyways. Then he gonna say, "Listen, this one's directed to you, Malk. For real though, tell Malk give that jersey back to his son. That jersey would be too tight for my 5-year-old."
Oh, Mike on here talking stuff.
Hey, Mike on the toilet talking shit. He taking the shit, talking hella shit.
Hey, look.
Letting loose him.
Mr. Bill's Mafia.
Then we got Trump said. I'm not sure who that is. If you hear me,
ask Mike if he can see this. Can you see this? Right. It's all good.
If you hear me, drop a hint. But he says, or she, whoever, laughing my ass off at plays no defense. A lot of depth gone. Man, there were some greats before the three-pointer Jays. Then it says,
okay. Time out. How old is this person?
I don't know.
There's some great shooting before the 3-point line.
Trump said.
Hey.
But hey.
You're free to have your views. That's great.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? I value the opinion.
But back to the real talk. Where were we? Doesn't matter. We can transition.
Listen, we were on Draymond Green. That's where we were.
Okay.
Aaron asked about Draymond Green.
Oh, I did ask about Draymond.
To get my answer, Aaron, I think Draymond Green is trash. I think he's overrated. Now, I think he brings that mind game, like Dennis Rodman. I think he's a Dennis Rodman.
I think the glue.
He brings that mind game.
No. Dennis Rodman is an athletic monster.
Right.
Dennis Rodman was like, that nigga, 19, 20 rebounds. Draymond Green ain't doing that shit.
I don't mean that.
Draymond Green.
He wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that at Michigan State. Didn't he come out of Michigan State?
He did.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that there.
He was doing what?
Playing monstrous basketball. He was still shooting and playing pretty. You know what I mean? He
was dominating at a college level as far as I guess what you're saying, was he a scoring champion? Hell no. But as far as like he did what he did in the NBA a whole lot better in college. So he probably had way better stats.
Right. Better.
You know what I'm saying?
Line.
But like, he's an energy guy. He's one of the guys that I guess if there were tough guys in the league, he might be one.
Right.
A tough guy.
I mean, that's what he portrays himself as.
And his interviews. You see his interview.
I guess
he be trying to intimidate people.
I guess he would be Golden State's tough guy, but I mean, I wouldn't consider him a tough guy.
No, but I know what you're talking about, and this is different.
No, I mean, like you know what I mean, like back in the day, like
that's what I'm saying. I know what you're talking about. Somebody's gonna bulldoze your ass,
right?
Through this like, and not give a fuck about the repercussions of knocking your ass down. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Draymond didn't strike me as that. Draymond is the kick you in your balls after the play was over when I flopped type kind of tough guy.
I can see that. That. And I mean, even with his stats, like this season, y'all, so far, he's averaging 28.4 minutes a game, 5 points through at least looks like 12 games. I mean, he's not even productive. I don't see anything.
What is this nigga's salary? How much is this nigga getting paid?
Man, he's getting paid $16.4 million a
year.
But I mean, that's also based on what he did with them wins too. So he's worth that 16, I believe. I think that they would be a lot worse off without
year,
him.
Right? 16 a year.
Yeah, it's probably a year.
I think so.
Okay.
But my thing is not even that. Cliff, it says since he's been in the league, he's averaged 8.8 points a game. That's trash.
Well, you know what? But he's also
What's his other stats? Has he got like a lot of assists? Does he at least have like 5 assists or something?
Aaron, he got 5 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1 block. This is his career average.
What's his rebound?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Rebound 6.8.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's a role player. Listen, when you got somebody like Steph Curry on the court that hits damn near everything, that limits the amount of rebounds that you're going to get because he's making everything. You only got him on the defense, and you're not a tall defender.
That's what I was going to say.
You played a 4 at an undersized, position, or you're undersized for that position.
Hey, can I stop y'all real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
Just did basketball news. I'm watching the game that's about to play, and they got the TNT crew up there. Instead of Kenny Smith, they got Shannon Fry.
Oh, Lord.
Why?
Oh, Lord.
Why Shannon Fry?
I didn't even know he's a commentator.
He's a fill-in. He was a backup.
Listen, his knees is touching the top of that desk. His knees is touching the top of that desk. That's a fact.
Yeah. Hey, well, Shaq says too. Goddamn,
you
both
right.
of these need bigger seats.
You right. Listen, you right. But let's move on. Let's move on to this Buster's jersey here.
Let's talk about it.
OKC game. Now,
let's talk about it.
Barely squeaked by.
Barely only counts in horseshoes and 4-leaf clovers, but we don't do barely.
And hand grenades, sir. So,
listen. Hand grenades, 4-leaf clovers, a win is a win. Look, I guarantee you play a game, you win, you might have won by a point, but you ain't worried about the point.
All I'm saying is it's OKC, and what they said in the game was the Lakers have the number 1 defense in the league, and that made me think, do they have the number 1 defense in the league, or do they have the ability to play number 1 defense in the league? Because it's 2 different things.
You gotta keep that real. You know they came out with a different energy playing them boys. But here's what I'm going to say. Talking like, I think Chris Paul leaves a stain wherever he goes, like a stain of like a good stain, like a stain, like as them boys is playing.
Listen, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh my gosh, did not know he had that in him.
The Dort dude, cat. Dort played hard. Then when you look at the Suns. Like it seems like the young cats look at Chris Paul and they listen to him. The older cats, that's more towards his age, don't listen to him. Right. The 21, 22, 23-year-old niggas. Hey, because the OKC they're not gonna do shit, but they're playing like they want to win.
Yeah, no, right? You're right.
They came out against the Lakers. They was out against. I seen the game or some of it, and they came out strong. I think it was win by like 20 or something.
They were winning all the way to the fourth quarter.
but they had like a big lead at first. They had like a big ass lead at first, and then they cut it down before halftime, and then they came back. But I was like, they're playing like.
No, I'm lying. They wasn't winning all the way to the fourth quarter. I'm thinking of a different game.
But they had a big ass.
That one went to overtime, though.
Exactly.
Second time.
I like when people play like, who's LeBron? Haven't met him. Finna go play basketball.
Right.
He's on the court.
Listen.
Point him out. I don't know who he is.
How many?
Right. It don't make no sense.
How many people have that attitude, though? It's not many.
It's easy for me to say because I'm not on that court and I don't have to perform against somebody like that.
It's only 4 people I can think of that have really locked LeBron down. I'll give it to Kawhi Leonard. I'll give it to Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam, I seen him give LeBron fits.
I think that was a good defensive scheme. Overall,
it could have been.
Because OG Anunoby was on him too. The OG dude,
right?
He had a lot of active Africans on him. They put the Africans on him.
right.
Africans. I was going to say,
who's African? Raise your hand. All right, you got LeBron.
Listen, Bojan Bogdanovic.
Who?
Bojan Bogdanovic, isn't that him out of Indiana?
It's either Bojan or Bogdan. It's one of them.
Listen,
because one of them's in Atlanta.
Lock LeBron down in multiple games. He locked him down so much they put him on him specifically in the next game. Can't remember what. It was a Cleveland series though.
That was a while back.
Right.
Yeah, it was a while back.
And that's the thing, Cliff. You can't listen. I don't even want to talk about. And you know, I'm not even. LeBron
the fourth.
fan.
Who was the fourth? Oh, I forgot. Okay. But continue.
I'll give you this, Malcolm. I'll give you this one, Malcolm. Niggas can probably guard LeBron James 1 year.
Right.
And then the body starts to break down.
Yeah.
And then they meet him 4 years down the line. He's still running a 4.340.
Right.
No, listen, I'm not. What I will say about LeBron is I'm impressed by his ability to adapt. Because it seemed like that one season when Steph Curry shot him out the motherfucking gym, he said, okay, in order to be the greatest ball player on the planet, I got to step my 3 up. And ever since then, that nigga been lights out from 3. Like, improved his 3-point percentage drastically.
41%.
Take a page out of his book, boy.
And
41%, right?
It's impressive. I will say that is impressive. Like when you have somebody that can dominate in every facet of the floor, it's kind of disheartening. You know what I mean? And in that regards, I don't.
And he's 16. And he's 16.
How old?
Imagine a 16 nigga coming down the lane like this.
Dude. Right. Right. Hey, listen. And we listen. And LeBron, listen. We know LeBron would have been a tight end in the NFL. That's a tight end coming down.
You right.
Full speed. LeBron's strong. You know what I mean?
That's funny, man.
And I mean, and so to your point, Cliff, when you was trying to, hold on, let me address you real quick. Yeah. I've been waiting on this all day. So you want to talk about a man that's 36 years old, playing a team such as the Thunder with a bunch of, let's say on average, 18 to 20-year-olds. Because that's what most of them are.
No, it is a young squad. But that's why I was so shocked that the number one defense got taken into overtime.
But why be shocked? Because on average, we're an older team. We have a few young players, but we're a pretty older on average. I'm sorry, not Mark.
Don't matter how old you are.
I'll extend Olive Branch. Anthony Davis did not play.
Exactly. Okay. That's another thing.
Right.
That's the Olive Branch.
Still didn't matter though. He ain't the whole. He ain't the whole reason they got the number one defense.
He's most of the reason.
Man, his wingspan don't span from 3 to 3. He ain't guarding the whole fucking court.
Listen, it's not. Listen, who's the reason for our defense? Who's playing
now,
the best defense?
He's the focal point of the D. Of course, we know that. That is a fact.
Yeah.
But
once your foot touch the paint, it's over with.
But he's not the sole reason why they are the number one defense. There's no reason why when he steps off the court, you can go into an overtime game with one of the youngest teams in the NBA. Now that's just unacceptable. Now, to Aaron's point, I'm sure that they did come out there with a different energy for them because of who they were and didn't expect them to bite back like they did. I'll give them that. But that I was like, wait, you know what I mean? Like y'all, like, because it's funny to hear the commentators say that, and you're watching the game, like, I don't know, like I don't know if y'all see what I see.
It's cool to get hit one time and be like, all right, so you ready to fight for real? Because you know when you slap box a nigga, you thought it was cool until that slap turned to a punch, and everything turned different for a couple minutes, right? You got to make up afterwards, man. Look, I lost my shit for a second.
Right.
I thought it was all body shots.
You got to recover.
The chin real quick. You know what I'm saying? I think the Lakers had a little bit of that. I think they waited too long to pounce. But I mean, in the NBA, a lot of them niggas that we look at as scrubs are great players. So if you slack off, they're gonna come put some work in on your ass.
Nah, I think I can definitely agree with that.
Mike tried to say LeBron played wide receiver in high school. Bro, LeBron is way bigger now than he was when he was in high school. If he was in the NFL right now, he'd definitely be a tight end. He's too big for even wide receiver. He'd be a wide receiver on steroids.
He's like the Terminator Gronk.
Right.
Terminator Gronk. I'm from the future.
That would be an ill-ass wide receiver, boy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he couldn't play it. I wouldn't doubt him for being able to play it. But
he'd be like a Calvin Johnson, just a little. I don't know if they think speed, maybe a little bit slower.
But shit, to be if you saying 6'10", to be 6'10", you don't even have to be accurate as a quarterback. You could just throw it out there.
Right, just throw it up. Throw it up.
Shit, 9, 10, 11 feet above the ground.
Right. Right. And he's going up by himself to catch it with room to spare. You probably still hit him in the numbers if you threw it 10 feet up. Mike said
LeBron's too soft to be a tight end in the NFL. Listen, LeBron would dominate.
I think that comes down to training. And I feel like if he was trained in football, like, you know what I mean, for the years that he's developed in basketball, he may have a little bit to him, little tenacity.
Mike said he's too frail.
Mike's kind of right in this fact that you got to be playing NFL football. You got to be a little off. You got to be, my hand was way too close, but you got to be a little bit off. Like, for real, because you got to think, like, LeBron is big. He's 6'10". But there's some nigga that's your size, Cliff, and your size, Malcolm, who wants them knees, who wants every piece of them knees. Oh, yeah, so when you come across that lane, I'm going to hit them knees. Knock your ass down. At 4.340.
Hey, you right.
At 4.340, turn to a 5.1. Now you blocking every down. You blocking every down, nigga. You catch a little short turnaround pass for 2-3 yards and lay down.
Listen.
Right.
This is a basketball episode. So speaking of LeBron, let's transition into my Cleveland Cavaliers, who suffered 2 awful losses this week.
What happened?
One to the Phoenix Suns, 119-113. That was a close game. And then that second one, just yesterday, lost 133-95 to the Denver Nuggets. And all I could think while watching was, why the fuck do we still have Kevin Love? Like, why is he even on the team?
Who's finna take that contract, right? And then
nobody.
Who's finna cut this man? And like, there's like 2 or 3 players that are till this day still getting paid like $9-10 million a year. I think it's like Chris Bosh and somebody else. But like till this day,
no,
really,
they're still getting checks. Like you had to do that with Kevin Love. Like, look, we can't give you this $70 million now, right? So over the next 17 years, right, we're gonna give you like X amount of dollars here and there.
Listen,
and we're gonna cut your ass because you never play.
You're always him injured. Off of the fucking team. Over the past 3 seasons, he's played 104 games.
Yeah, I know.
He's played 104 games over the past 3 seasons.
Kevin Love is not. Here's what I'm afraid of for the NBA. The NBA has a problem of paying people too much money that don't deserve it. There are people that deserve more money than Kevin Love.
Right. There are people that deserve more than him.
More money.
Then.
Huh?
I said there were people that deserve more than him then. That's how you know LeBron will never be a GM because that motherfucker will fuck up the bag.
Hey, I need Kevin Love. I won't.
Man.
I know.
Right.
Cut him off.
He'll fuck up the bag.
LeBron.
Hey.
Yeah.
But like, there's something that you can't tell somebody about their teammate. You can't be like, you know, this is your weak link. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that guy that comes to your teammate and be like, you know, I know we won a championship together and shit, but I need you to go.
LeBron should have told.
Is that all your stuff in the locker right there? Pick all that up.
He don't do that. He just leaves. He just leaves and leaves a wake of devastation behind him.
Right.
I know LeBron did that, but I'm talking about Kevin Love. LeBron, he vouched for Kevin Love, right? Then he left. So you left Cleveland with Kevin Love with this big ass contract, and there's nobody that can tell him to leave.
Right.
Who's telling him to leave on the team? Colin Sexton? Hey, Kevin, get the fuck out of this. You know
what is rat tail, Aaron? You know, Sexton got that rat tail.
Listen, he the truth though. He about to be the
future.
Nice.
He's nice.
Nah.
Yeah, he's about to be the future.
Cliff, y'all ain't won a game since February. Y'all ain't won a game since February 1st, bro. I'm looking at it right now. Y'all lost.
How many games is that? Like 4?
They lost. Aaron, they lost 5
it's
games
okay.
straight. From
we 10 and 15. It's okay.
Third to the 10th.
Who's worse? I'm a Bulls fan, by the way, and we're doing pretty good.
Okay.
But who's the worst team in the East, though? Isn't it Detroit?
I'm not Detroit sure. Or the Cavs.
I'm not sure.
All right, well, I think Detroit has the flag, so at least you can stand on the 8th land. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. I'll see. East standing.
Detroit.
Team right now. Worst team right now is Detroit. Detroit is 16-18.
Exactly. So, hey, Cleveland ain't that bad.
Listen.
No, hold on, Aaron. Hold on.
Cleveland, listen, first off, continue. What? Continue, sir.
Cleveland is 12 out of 15 in the East right now. 12 out of 15.
Oh, we got 12 and 15?
No, listen. There's 15
Oh,
teams
12 out of 15. Yeah, our rank is that's all right. It's all right though. Right now we're playing all rookies. All rookies and sophomores and shit.
No, not
Prince. Sub 500 teams make the playoffs all the time, man. Sub 500 teams make the playoffs all the time in the East. The East is full of the 8, 7, and 6 is usually like sub 500 teams.
So hold on, that brings me to it. Let's let Aaron be the icebreaker. Let's not be biased in this one. Aaron, which side is tougher in the NBA, the East or the West?
I feel like
this should be a no-brainer.
The West.
Aaron, West. Right. Thank you.
I don't think.
Thank you. The West is way tougher than you don't think. It's a fact.
Play the West.
I don't think.
Bro, look at the West. Cliff, right now you have 3 teams in the East that are 9 and 16, 16, 18.
Here's what I will say. I'll say the East has a good solid top three teams that can compete in the West, but the rest is like you gonna tell me the Patriots is finna go out west and do something crazy? No,
not at all.
The Magic, stop
not
it.
At all. Now what y'all may have.
LaMelo is nice. LaMelo is nice.
Yeah,
LaMelo is nice.
But his team is still trying coagulate to something that's great. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying. You know, like, they're not bad. I have hopes for them because I kind of like what's going on. But I mean, the Heat went to the finals last year, right?
Right.
Started smoking people out of nowhere.
I mean, but that says something.
Exactly.
Tyler Hero.
That says something.
Says something. That means the top three ain't sizzling. Top three ain't sizzling. Them niggas ain't hot.
Man.
But there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, Aaron and Cliffy. Tired of me talking about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. If you think about it, the top best players in the league, and I can name them off, come from my squad in college basketball. Kentucky, they're Calipari boys.
Oh shit! Here
almost the top NBA players from De'Aaron Fox on the punk ass Kings to Karl Anthony Towns on the punk ass Wolves to Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo,
I'll give it to Cat.
Anthony Davis.
Malcolm.
I mean, come on now.
Malcolm, I got a 2-part for you. One,
okay.
Kentucky sucks this year. Look up the numbers.
Oh, they do this year.
They're terrible. John Calipari, my God, for real.
Everybody sucked this year. Duke is trash this year. UNC is trash.
No,
all the good teams is trash.
I get it, but it's one of them years where it's like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Second question.
Right.
What school did Devin Booker go to?
Kentucky.
Okay.
And he been
so here's my question. Here's my question. So if you had to pick between these three young stars and Devin Booker.
Booker.
You got Ja. All right, so you got Ja, Zion, and LaMelo. You gonna pick Devin?
Hell yeah.
You take Devin as he is.
Because Devin.
You take Devin as he is, or you bet on the potential.
Well, wait, are we speaking
Zion,
from what we knew about them at draft time, or what we know about them now?
I'm talking about the potential because Devin Booker is better than all three of those dudes.
Definitely.
He is.
At this time.
He is.
So technically.
But at draft time, that was not the case.
It's not the case. What I'm trying to say is that Devin Booker is your safe buy. He's your safe buy.
I don't know. I actually feel like that was a gamble. Phoenix picking him up.
No, I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about see what Devin Booker has done.
I'm still
you know what Devin Booker is.
Right.
Yeah, but you see what Devin Booker is. You see it. LaMelo is his first year. It's Zion's second year. It's Ja's second year. Right. So would you bet on the three potential or the one that you know is going to get you 27 easy?
Well, I mean,
experience is everything.
Something like that depends on who the other four I have around me.
That's true too.
I think Zion's body's gonna break down. He walked like shit from the distance.
Yeah, I agree there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like somebody like Ja Morant, his ceiling can only go up. Like he can only really go up. You know what I mean?
He's savage. But hold on,
barring injury.
Hold on. Aaron, hold on. I'm just surprised you naming them dudes and you live in the A. And I should have wore his jersey tonight. You ain't talking about my man. You ain't talking about Ice Trae Young.
I'm glad you brought him up.
That's cool. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that heat. I fucked up. Trae Young, as far as those other three people, I would take Zion out and I'll put Trae there. I would take Zion out of the three.
You know what though? And if I'm keeping it gangster, I might have to go with Trae. Just because he has amazing passing ability. You hear what I'm saying? The boy
I'm
can
gonna mention distraction.
The boy can shoot from wherever, and he has amazing passing ability. And don't slouch on his ability to get to the bucket either. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that.
Now Booker, Booker is going to give you 25 to 30. That's a fact, Jack. But he's also only going to give you that 25 to 30. He's not really coming up over the top with assists. You know that when Trae Young played Doncic, which was a very pivotal game for me at least, because it brought up the question I wanted to see, did Atlanta fuck up? You feel me? Because Atlanta drafted Luka Doncic and traded him.
They switched
for Trae Young. So I was looking like which one, and it made sense to me because let's be honest, Atlanta has a large black fan base. You feel what I'm saying? So
I was going to say that'll work better for Luka then because Trey think he one of the Migos or some shit. Like Trey be out there. He be out there fucking off. I don't know the man's business.
Does he?
For real. I don't know his business. I don't know him. But you have to imagine this. Like, look, just picture this in our young minds. You 21, 22 years old. You in Atlanta, and you have
I couldn't.
The top shelf.
I couldn't.
Top shelf picking of some of the best black women you can find. Ass, titties, whatever it is. the distraction. And then after that, you have the drug distraction. I don't know if he does drugs. I don't think he does that. But women is enough. So. Women is enough.
Listen, that's a hell of a drug.
Rick. You know what I'm saying? Women is enough.
That's a hell of a drug.
Niggas be down here losing them. Like, there's a lot of places that don't have butt-naked strip clubs. And they come down here and they don't know what to do. They go in the strip club and the girl, this is a basketball show.
right, let's stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep it.
It's a basketball show.
Sports.
But like a girl does things that he's never experienced in a club environment.
But listen. Okay, so listen. Regardless of if he's down there fucking off or not, I'm gonna read you this stat line: 25 points, 15 assists, 7 rebounds in the game against Dallas. Luka Doncic, 27 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds. He had 2 steals though too. Now, my whole thing is that's pretty close in comparison. You feel what I mean? Like that is pretty close. Now,
you know who is unhappy though? John Collins. John Collins is like, he want that max deal.
Right.
Trae Young without John Collins is like, I'm not going to say it's on this level, but it's kind of like when Vince and Tracy McGrady used to play with each other.
Uh-huh.
And they kind of had that like little rift of like, who's that nigga?
Right.
And they was related, I think. But what I'm trying to say is they was trying to like, who's that nigga? And they kind of jostled each other out of position.
Right.
I hope it doesn't happen because John Collins was like 120 million. And Atlanta ain't going to get this nigga that much.
Listen. I mean, I feel like he's I'm not gonna say he's worth all that by no means. I will say he's an asset in Atlanta. I would say that I don't think that they could afford to lose him.
They offered him 96. He turned it down.
I would have took it. Look, that's just me. That look, I take 96 right now.
So do you feel like how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like Atlanta made a mistake with keeping Trey or trading?
No.
I'm a Bulls fan.
But I mean, you could give your opinion. I mean, if Pop
my opinion is that you
going Trey or Luka?
You talking about Trey and Luka Doncic and
right? Did Atlanta fuck up?
Oh, no.
Right.
I didn't think so either.
They both played. Yeah. They both played great where they're at.
They pick was more marketable for their city.
Right, I agree.
Right,
and in the comparison,
Atlanta should have got Luka. Atlanta should have got Luka because Luka would have been less distracted.
You think? I think it could have been the opposite.
No.
Where Luka.
No.
He come from the Euro League. You hear what I'm saying? Now, I don't know what the groupies look like in the Euro League, but brother, you're in Miami now. Or I mean Atlanta now.
There's a very big foreign community here. I don't know where he's from.
Right. No, you're right.
But there's probably a neighborhood here that he can go and be around his people. Right. And they'll guide him in the right direction. This is what I think.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll keep him away from the pink pony, which is the white boy version of Magic City. You know what I'm saying? They'll keep him away from there, from the white titties and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll keep him away from the distractions and all that stuff. Because it's like, it's easy to get lost. I mean, you've been to
speaking of strip clubs.
It's easy.
He's from Slovakia.
He's from Slovakia.
Yeah, but like I used to work at a hotel. I'm not gonna say the name. We had a whole side of the housekeeping staff that was Slovakian, Russian, Kazakhs, whatever the fuck, Napoleon and shit. They were all from Russia. They spoke. Right. They used to wash their feet in the sink, which was nasty.
Listen,
Yeah, that's nasty. Look, I'm glad you didn't say the name because
I
will not be staying there.
That's we know a bitch come from nothing.
Speaking of strip clubs, we also got the Timberwolves loss over the LA Clippers, 112-119. You may ask me why I say strip clubs. Because Sweet Lou Will, a.k.a. Magic City Chicken, went off that night. You hear what I'm saying?
And y'all know nothing about the Magic City Lemon Pepper Wing. Let me tell you something. You will go in a strip club in sweatpants and flip-flops and a T-shirt to get wings and dip.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I hit the A. I might have to make a trip.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, the wings are so good, you'll bypass the ass.
Oh,
to
shit.
go get a 10-piece and then dip right out.
Okay, then.
I'm bypassing it either way. I don't want no trouble. You hear me? Look,
I hear what you're saying, but like it's hard not to look left, Malcolm.
Look,
it's hard not to just be like,
I'm like this.
God damn.
Oh no, I'm listen. I ain't even sneaking to peek. I'ma just be peeking. I'm gonna be.
These girls is jostling for position.
You hear what I'm saying?
It's a basketball show. I forgot.
Right, look, y'all here.
But
I'm weak at y'all. Look, it's the after show to the show. on air after show to the show.
The Timberwolves Clippers game. Oh, Karl Anthony Towns bullied Ibaka. Bullied the shit out of Ibaka all game long. It's a shame because listen, he stepped his game up too. I always knew that
he did.
I always knew that he had a 3 on him and all that, but he looks very natural now. You heard what I'm saying?
Which one?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Ibaka. Oh, Towns.
No, Karl Anthony Towns, not Ibaka. No, he stepped his game up. Karl Anthony Towns. Listen, he was shots out of the triple threat. It was so much. He almost looked like a small forward out there at points. And I was looking at the game from a distance. Like, is that Karl Anthony Towns? And I don't know what it is. Is he still with old girl?
I'll tell you what it is, Cliff.
He had to drop the Kardashian.
He lost half. No, that was the best friend. What's her name? Kylie's ex-best friend, Jordan. Something Jordan. Her name is something Jordan something or whatever.
About, but okay, I thought he was with the Kindle or whatever.
But no. It was one of her best friends. But listen, it ain't even that. He lost half his family to COVID in the past couple of months. He lost his mom.
Oh shit.
Grandmother. He lost half his family. He lost half his family to COVID. He had COVID. I don't know if you know that. He just came back from COVID.
No, I didn't.
Karl Anthony Towns did. So you know what I mean? Can you imagine going? You know what I mean? Can you imagine having it weigh heavy on your heart, and then you caught it too? The same thing that killed half your family, and like you're like, man, I gotta put on, like, you know, you're playing with aggression, like you're playing like you got something to prove, like I'm doing this for them. It's not even about me no more.
Listen, he definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
We could tell.
That's the change right there.
I hope that passion and drive lasts for the rest of his career. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Me too.
I ain't gonna comment on the other shit because I get that, but sometimes you can have a break. 3-4 months, you go to the Caribbean, you reconnect with family. The next year,
you ain't coming like you ain't coming like I definitely get that, and I agree with the first sentiment.
With all due respect, because I get it. I if something happened to my family members and I had like a way to vent on like a court, football field, whatever it is,
I'm going off.
Yeah, nigga, I'm finna hurt somebody. If I ain't scoring, somebody get an elbow.
Listen.
Right. And you know what? A lot of people, talk on the topic of NBA, there's been a lot of people who've had tragedies and just balled out afterwards. Like Isaiah Thomas one year and his sister died. Mm-hmm. He put up, I don't know how many points he put up. He put up something crazy.
Right. That was that post game with the Celtics.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Postseason with the Celtics, I mean.
Yeah, so some of that, because it's either going to make you or break you. Y'all know that. I mean, when stuff like that happens, either you're going to come up and rise and go hard, or you're going to be knocked down and feeling like I can't get up.
You're right.
So,
You right. But
we'll be back, Cuddy, because
yeah, no,
mom's over here.
We about to wrap up now. So me Oh, first and foremost, I want to correct myself. Last week, I gave my hit the showers to Ed Reed. I definitely meant Andy Reid, and I will say that y'all some bastards for not correcting me because y'all knew exactly who I was talking about and just kept letting me say Ed Reed.
Want to let you be the fool that you are. It'll only be the right thing to do.
Well, I appreciate it.
Ed Reed somewhere out there in the middle of the field waiting for your ass.
Yeah, right. Shit. Well, I meant Andy, so hopefully the message gets to Ed. But if you two gentlemen could wrap it up by letting me know if you what was your favorite game you watched or whatever the case may be, and who would you like to hit the showers? I'm gonna give mine immediately to Kevin Love. Kevin Love needs to hit the fucking showers. Get him out of Cleveland and off somewhere else. Do something with him immediately.
I mean, my favorite game. That's tough. Go ahead, Aaron.
It's funny because I don't remember who they were playing. And I think that's weird, but I remember the game. I think it was. I got two. I know when the Wizards played the Nets, and Russell Westbrook hit that shot.
Oh yeah,
that was a good game.
Last minute 3-point.
And it's Nets game because the other game was the Nets playing against somebody else, and they lost like 149. Was that the Wizards game? The same game?
Are you going back to the week before this one?
I don't know. That was a good ass game. It might have been. Am I? Because that was the best game I've seen
recently.
Because that was the best game I wasn't on the last episode. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Last episode was Super Bowl, so you ain't missing that no basketball.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that was like I was watching that game. That was one of them games where I got loud and I surprised myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We started,
oh, snap.
Neighbors heard your ass and hit the shower.
Who hit the showers? Who was awful? Who dropped the ball? Who needs to go this week? Or this episode, I should say.
Damn. I haven't really thought about that.
Look.
What about Giannis Antetokounmpo for missing that wide open mid-range?
Oh man, yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
I can see you gonna take shit from him and keep talking.
Right. Right. He trying to steal your thunder, huh? Aaron?
Right. I'm just saying. I got a few.
Huh.
Well, Aaron's under the influence, so he's taking, he's trying to process.
Somebody had missed the easy ass dunk. I forget who it was. I think it was Zion.
Was it? Listen, he's known for that.
Look. I want to be this nigga, man. I want to tell Zion to grab some bench. And think about what you're doing right now, right? Because your athleticism is going to last about this long.
Listen.
Right? You fat. I've been fat too my whole life. You're not finna live with them hips and them knees jumping like that.
Hey,
look what happened to Derrick Rose.
So it looked like you right.
Charles Barkley and Larry Johnson are the same niggas as Zion Williams. You can't tell me anything different. Charles Barkley's the same type of person. He's 6'5" and thick. Larry Johnson was like 6'5", 6'6", and he was thick. Strong dudes, can jump high. Had a good first 2-3 seasons of athleticism. Then what happened? You need to learn how to shoot. Because that shit's over with.
So it sounds to me like what you're saying is if Zion Williamson doesn't get in shape, get a dietitian, and learn a jump shot, he's going to need to hit the showers.
You're going to need, hit the showers. And you're going to need, give me the jersey and everything, man.
Listen.
Gotta give it all up.
Damn. All right, what about you, Bob?
Hey.
Yeah.
Look. Put your street clothes on.
I said, right. Listen, I say definitely Giannis. I've been on Giannis's tail since last season, man. He
He won't get it jumped
He doesn't get it done. He don't get it done. Yeah, he don't get it right. What's all doing a little Harlem shake? You know what I mean? He's over here.
He's scaring the shit out of people,
you know,
man.
Right. You know, he put up points in that game, but yeah, to end it, Giannis hit the showers. I need you to come back more aggressive and clutch. But as far as what's the other part? My favorite game. I didn't see it, but obviously not to be biased, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The first time the Lakers and the Thunder played before the last night, the first time they played the night before, when LeBron hit that second overtime buzzer beater, I believe with a 3, he wanted to end the game. I told you he was soft and he wanted to drink some wine. Right. That's a different story. But that was pretty clutch though. Like I didn't expect him to, go and heave one up in the game. I don't know what he's going to do when he shoots that 3.
He stepped that 3 up.
He did. So props is props there, But
we gonna wrap it up for this episode. We should be back Saturday, this coming Saturday at 7. So if this podcast is out by then, don't forget to tune in. We will be talking football and the upcoming quarterback situation. But y'all stay up. Be good. Till next time.
Peace, love, and fuck the Cavs forever.
Shut the fuck up.
Right, look, Aaron with me.
No, this man, I'm
oh, you just the black man post? Yeah,
no.
Hey.